Welcome to the new Kia Ceed. Okay, it is a facelift. We have the 3. It's just over £24,000 on the road. And at the moment, the only trims available are this one and the GT line. There's no CRDI available and there are no automatic gearboxes. Hopefully that will change. The Kia Ceed has been a staple on our roads since 2007, and as it's designed for Europe and the UK, it's the right size and has the right setup to offer a versatile yet engaging drive. What's new? Each trim has a slightly different look. The alloy wheels have had a refresh and there are some interior changes too, but we'll get to that later. But what you need to know is that it's spacious, it's practical, it's perfect for the family, and even at Ben's height of 6'3", it offers enough room front or back and is easy to get in and out of. The interior is comfortable, supportive and equipped with ISOFIX points for the little ones. And whilst on that subject, you have airbags all round. The Ceed does exactly what it says on the tin and more. And even Ben can get well over 50 miles to the gallon. And to think, you can pick one up for just under £25,000. And if you're wondering if there's an EV or hybrid model, none as yet. Design language has been tweaked. The Tiger Nose grille has been enhanced, shall we say, and it's got the new badge. It does have a new engine, a 1.5 T-GDi that replaces the 1.4. The headlamps are automatic with high beam assist and the projection halogen. Now there are a whole host of safety features on here, including AEB, and forward collision. We don't have front parking sensors on this trim, but we do have them on the back and a reversing camera. Now inside you do get a lot of hard plastics, but you also get a lot of soft touches too, like on the top of the dash. Very nice. We've got the analog cluster, but if you get the GT line, you do get digital. The enhanced styling follows through into the interior, and you can see that we've got the new 10.25-inch infotainment screen, and that comes with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, DAB and Sat Nav. You can see that we've got dual zone climate control, and it retains those rotary dials. Now if you get the GT line, you get heated front seats. So you've got the nice piping and the stitching on the front seats. But it would have been nice to see a panoramic. One thing I would have liked to have seen is a grab handle above the driver's door, but I do like the fact that you can manually adjust the seatbelt height. Quite a lot of legroom, and you can get your feet under the seats. Now you don't have anything in the centre console. It would have been nice to see a vent or a charging port in there. But the door pockets, you can fit a bottle of water in here. As we've got the 3, we don't have a power tailgate. When you look at the boot, see there? There's hardly any boot lip, which makes it a lot easier to load things. And you've got your shopping bag hooks, 12-volt socket. These tethering hooks, you've got them, but they are attached to the false floor, so I'm not too sure about that. But you do have this kind of like tethery bit here that you can use. You can also see that it's got new styling from the back. It's more aggressive, but if you get the GT line, you also get twin exhausts. All in all, for a family hatchback, it's got a peppy engine, the economy's good, it's comfortable seats, and there you have it. Now we've had Ceeds on review before, but this time we got the chance to road trip in one. Join Ben and I as we head to Wetherby and the NEC.
Good morning, welcome behind the wheel of the new Kia Ceed. We're on the M6 and we're heading towards Wetherby. We're going to go to Bowcliffe Hall, so that's going to be about a 230-mile journey. And then tomorrow it's a commercial vehicle show, so another 260. So by the end of the week, realistically, I will have done about 600 miles, which should give me a good representation of how the Kia Ceed is. But it gives me a good chance to get to know this car, because the last Kia I think I drove was the EV6, which, let's face it, is a fair bit different. Now there's a range of engines. This one's turbocharged and it's petrol. The only other car that I've actually driven was a CRDi. But on first impressions, it's peppy, it's fun, it handles well, it's full of safety, and I've got a decent infotainment screen as well, so I can see everything really easily. Well, it's all adventures on the M62, and if Annabelle pans left, you will see, I think it's one of the most famous things on a motorway ever. It's actually a farm. So we're near, a balloon. That was a bit random, wasn't it? Someone's having a party on Saddleworth Moor, Annabelle?
Saddleworth Moor.
This is the facelift Ceed. So looking around the cabin, you can see bits and bats have changed, but essentially it's the same car. So it hasn't got the new design language. It's got things like a bigger screen, and we've still got old school analog clocks. Love it. You should always come for backup, that's the truth. I am a fan of this gearbox. Short shift, no notchiness, nice and solid. Yes. Good to see a classic Kia in the mirror. Old Sportage? Yes. We came this way once, didn't we, to SMFC?
Yes.
Take the 4th exit. Let's go.
Pretty quick, that.
Yep.
Straight around here.
Keep going. Yep.
This one?
Yep. This one.
Talk Weasel.
Weasel talk. Yeah, we're nearly there. 1.5 miles.
We're now heading back, and it looks like we're going via Harewood House, where we used to attend VW Festival. Having great fun in this.
Woohoo!
So we've got 72 miles to go back. Now you're probably wondering, well, I'm sure it was well over 100 on the way. Well, that was motorways. This is going to be A and B roads. Much more fun.
In half a mile, turn left.
Thank you, Master Chief.
Decent big windscreen, good visibility, but I have noticed this B pillar is pretty chunky, so you do have to keep. But if you've got blind spot detection, you're all good, and you can get it on this. It's nice and easy to manoeuvre as well, because you've got reversing camera here. Lovely little market village, well, town.
And also, there's a Betty's here as well.
Yes. If you like your cakes and scones, scone, who knows?
Scone, fastest bun in the world.
Indeed. Ah, we're in the middle of nowhere. Heading towards Skipton. And then onto the A65. Unless we're on the A65 now, I think we are. And then that heads towards Kendal. Decent roads these for driving. This feels agile, grips the road like glue, and it's got a really, really peppy engine. Because it's 1.5 4-cylinder turbocharged, it can get away pretty quickly. There's also very minimal turbo lag. That Polo's going to stack it, spending more time over that white line than in the centre. Oh, that's why. It's been trying to go left for the whole, about 4 miles. Hi! Cows Crossing. Like a northern type thing, this, isn't it? You can't beat a bitter bully. Yes, that's where Jim Bowen lived. So we're going to have done a full circle, because in around 5 or 10 miles, it's a bit vague, wasn't it? Let's say 5 miles, we'll be crossing over the M6 again. And it's back to Carnforth.
In 0.1 miles, turn right.
No, stop trying to send me on obscure routes.
Turn right.
No. We're back behind the wheel of the Kia. And this time we're off to the CV show, and that's about 260 miles. So by the time this car goes back, realistically, I will have done around 600 miles. Wow. Comfortable, fun, economy, well, 42.6, but I'm going to have a bit of an eco run on the M6 today, so it'll be interesting to see how high we can get that. Bear in mind, no hybrid tech whatsoever on this car. And we've also noticed over the weekend that they've reduced the trim level even more so than our press pack. Does that mean this is being phased out? It's going to be a Kia-y day today. It shows you how many of these are actually on the road. When you get this on a nice piece of motorway, it goes rather silent. But if you get on a knackered bit of motorway, well, yeah, you can hear tyre noise. But the one thing you can't hear is wind noise. It seems to be rather refined. We are 73 miles from the NEC. Not bad. But now we're in stealth camera country. Considering we've done, I think it's around 450 miles now. Seats are comfortable. very little noise inside the cabin. And the one thing that does surprise me is I've got no adaptive cruise control. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Now that is an expensive car transporter. Well, we set off with around, I think it was 42.3 to the gallon. Now I've been cruising on the motorway, I've actually got it up to 46.5. I know, me.
Oh, that's good.
It's strange. But no, it does boast around 50 to the gallon. So, by that logic, maybe 55, 60 if you're on a super eco run. The light is green. Now this claims not 16.84. I think it's probably quicker.
Seven. It does seem very nippy.
Yeah, well, just cruise along. That's a fancy looking RS6. Ooh, D-badge too. Well, we suddenly realised we had 14 miles of fuel left. So, eco run is forced. Saying that, we're getting 47.3 to the gallon.
Ooh.
Get your XJS out. I don't like forced eco runs, but they do have their benefits. We're nearly at 48 mile per gallon. Now, it came with about 44.3. I got it down to about 42.3, and now it's gone up to 47.8. So yeah, I wouldn't say that 60's beyond the realms on the proper eco run at say 40 to 50. A raised floor, it's perfect for setting up our camera equipment. Like a nice little workshop bench. Good morning and welcome to the CV show. Well, that's the CV show done for another year. Exhausted is not the word. But the thing is, I'm looking forward to the drive back because it's nice and easy to drive a Kia Ceed. We're now at 51.3 mpg. I was going to say that's an increase of, what is it? 42 to 50, about 11 miles. Wow.
Well done, Benjamin.
What I have also noticed about this vehicle is it's been quite windy today. And with the lane keep assist, it doesn't waft around. You feel it ever so slightly, but it's not intrusive. No, it stays nicely grounded. And yeah, refinement. Pretty good. Hardly any tyre noise on here. Gearbox, love it. Has the power as well. You sat there thinking, nah, normal acceleration, normal acceleration, normal acceleration. Turbo.
I've got to say, man, turbo-tastic.
And if you drop a gear, the turbo's just sat there waiting. 165 brake horsepower, 4-cylinder. Turbocharged. Interesting to see what a GT line's like. GT even. GT line, can't remember. One of those. The 200 brake horsepower variants anyway. Hazard ahead. Well, it's alright. It's like we've got the Walking Dead type, COVID type tank VW crafter with, well, looks like armour plating on the right hand side.
Survival vehicle ahead.
Exactly. Decent baselines, nice tunes. Now Kia Ceeds have always been talky beasts, but the one thing you have to keep an eye on is your speed. Before you know it, you're speeding, and it's so easy. It's still got like mega torque in 6th gear. Mind you, it's got 160 on the clock. Top out at 140. Now I've got 56.3 to the gallon. Who's driving this vehicle?
Funnily enough, it's you, Ben.
In a nutshell, it's not too dissimilar to the earlier gen. Good brakes, good acceleration, great economy, and fun on a back lane. And the thing that really does sell it for me is the economy, especially with the prices of petrol currently. The one thing I have noticed is it's got low end grunt, so you can go up hills in say 4th gear or 5th gear, whereas normally you'd have to drop to say 3rd.
Now, what I found when I was driving, it's a comfortable ride. You've got great visibility, especially for the long hauls. It's comfortable. I mean, we've spent a very long time in this car over this past week, haven't we?
Well, that's it. 600 miles,
Plus.
3 separate journeys, including one to the far side of Leeds. down the M6 to the CV show, and then some like mountainous run.
It's certainly been put through its paces and it's taken everything we've thrown at it.
Well, yeah, and it's performed extremely well. In economy, it's amazing how it holds on to it. It is a torquey little monster, it really is. If you drop to second gear, it'll just spin. Love it. It's not the most powerful car in the world.
But you wouldn't know it from driving it, would you? Because it's very good.
No, it's good, yeah.
It does tick a lot of boxes, and in terms of a family hatchback, you can't really go wrong with it, can you? Not for the price.
It's comfortable, it holds the road well. Potholes you don't seem to notice. And yeah, it stays composed, even when you put your foot down. Noise in the cabin? Well, on the bad bits of motorway, yeah. But if you get a smooth section, there's virtually none. As for wind noise, nothing. Now, driving this on motorways, I've noticed it does have a fair old overwatch system, lane keep assist. Now, if you do wander into the lane, it will alert you, but if you indicate, then it won't. So there you go, indicate.
So we've got one of those on review. August time, is it then?
Yeah, but it's not that shape, it's the brand new one. It stays well composed through the bends. The combination of the steering and the suspension gives it a good ride, and that's for driver and passengers. And there's that low end torque again. This is fourth gear. You just put your foot down. Nice responsive steering there, and it just pulls. Oh, it's got start stop too. Now I'm in fourth gear at 35 miles an hour. Fifth gear. Second gear pull. Ooh. Earlier gen in the same colour. It's a pleasurable driving experience. You can see why these make up a fair chunk of Kia's sales.